King Charles will deliver his second state opening of Parliament speech as monarch on Wednesday, July 17, as he is expected to outline the new Labour government's political and legislative agenda for the year ahead, during an event known for its custom, pomp and pageantry. This will be Charles' second King's speech since ascending to the throne in November 2022, even though he delivered the Queen's speech on behalf of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth, in May 2022. Charles is embracing traditions that have been in place since the 16th century for the second time as monarch, with his late mother presiding over the state opening of Parliament in person on 67 occasions during her reign, except in 1959, 1963, and 2022. This year, the new government said it will put economic growth at the heart of its legislative agenda, with more than 35 bills expected to be announced, as Labour seeks to maintain momentum and define its first 100 days in office as a period of positive progress. What is the state opening of Parliament? The state opening of Parliament marks the formal start of the parliamentary year and sets out the government's proposed policies and legislation for the 2024-25 session. It takes place in the House of Lords chamber on the first day of a new session. The event, which is held in front of both Houses of Parliament, is the only regular occasion when the three constituent parts of Parliament, the Sovereign, the House of Lords and the House of Commons, meet. In the King's speech, the government typically sets out bills it intends to introduce to Parliament in the session ahead, as well as other policy priorities which do not require legislation. What is the King's speech? The King's speech, formerly known as the Speech from the Throne, is a speech written by the government and delivered by the monarch. It follows a procession which will see Charles travel from Buckingham Palace to Westminster by carriage in late morning, where he will use the Sovereign's entrance, reserved for the monarch. He will then head to the robing room to put on the imperial state crown and ceremonial robes, before proceeding through the royal gallery to the throne in the House of Lords, where he will read out his speech at around 11:30 a.m. The speech, which contains the government's agenda for the coming parliamentary session and outlines policies and proposed legislation, is traditionally written on goatskin vellum, and presented on bended knee for the monarch to read by the Lord Chancellor, who produces the scroll from a satchel-like bag. Charles will once again be expected to read the entire speech in a neutral and formal tone, implying neither approval nor disapproval of the proposals of Keir Starmer's government. MPs and peers in the House of Lords will traditionally listen to his speech in silence.